Yeah.
You know the vibes. Yes.
So
Hello,
who?
guys.
Yes.
Why you sound like a snake?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. With
All right,
the
Tyson.
TA.
You know what
You
you
guys, you guys ever seen like those? You know how they have motivational like Instagram posts?
Yeah.
Sometimes they be like talking shit. There
Mhm.
was one that had me dying. I was like, "Snakes no longer hiss; they call you babe, bro."
Oh. Oh.
I was like, "What?" I was
They
like,
call you
"That's not
babe,
funny."
bro. You have to add the bro at the Now I remember this Tyson meme where there was like two pigeons. I think he was talking to two pigeons. He was holding them, and the caption was "Now kiss."
Yo, Tyson, if you ever see this, Hassan he won
I
a exhibition
absolutely
match.
love you. You're an amazing fighter. At your age, what you're doing is incredible, and I just want to commend you and look at you. You're a black king. You know, you're a Black Panther, living legend. So yeah, they were the one making fun of your list. I think it's wonderful that you didn't fix your teeth. Should I keep capping or should I keep going? I could go.
You see out of
Whole
nowhere,
episode.
like a fist comes out of the side. Hassan goes flying.
With Hassan.
No, I'll be dead. There's no flying. I'll just die. Just like that. Neck all wobbly. Like.
Hey, who?
That's it for LA.
That's sleep I had. Well rested for that flight. Oh,
my
man.
God. Middle
Well,
seat
look.
but still gone.
All right. Enough horsing around, buddy.
Okay, horsing around.
Horsing around.
Man, this ain't Cleveland.
Enough.
Okay, Speedy is on the motorcycle wave today, so.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool. Back with episode number 15. Welcome back to They Made Us Say It podcast. I'm your illustrious host, the prettiest of Pats. We have Speedy here.
In a second, yeah, it's your boy Hassan, aka Speedy. What's going on? And then we also have one of our loveliest.
I'm here so I don't get fined.
The loveliest. Yo, Starla, introduce yourself, G.
Yeah, I know why I'm here.
Actually, we're still trying to figure that out.
Why are you here again?
Someone said,
"Hey, what's my money?" Where is it?
Food.
Man, look.
I'm
What's up,
only.
guys?
That's us in college.
What?
The free food thing. I knew where every free food event was. I used to even go to the teachers like lounge events and just.
Did y'all have Did y'all have stores up here in New York like Sam's Club and shit? Like where they do the little samples, like when you were a kid in the store.
Oh,
Costco.
I mean Costco and like
And
BJ's.
BJ's.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God,
I remember
they used to
that.
hate me there.
Being a kid, you go around like, you know what? You know, I did try the Eggo, but I didn't see you had the cinnamon out here. The cinnamon. I would love to dabble in that for a minute.
I'm gonna smack your ass when you come up to me on that. Well, indubitably, the first sample wasn't quite.
You know what? I tried the corner piece, but my palate is really.
Your mom is looking at you like, "What is coming from my son?" I don't understand. I could just buy you the whole thing. You're like, "No, the samples haven't."
No, you will,
taste.
but I'm trying to eat now.
Come back with a drawn mustache. Yeah, well, that was my cousin the first time. You know, my mom said I should grab her a piece too. Not in the mall. I love that because like I usually did that at the mall. But I feel you, man.
I don't know. I ain't never
Let's
seen
get
him do it as a
started
mall as a kid.
Oh, dude, in New York malls, I still do that now. I'll put on a hat, a hoodie, neck pin on, not just masks, because they don't even know who it is.
Wait,
And
what's
if
the
they
mall?
say, "Hey, didn't you come?" The one in Queens, man. Is it Queens Plaza Mall?
No,
or
I was
something?
like, what is a mall?
What is a mall? Oh my God.
Yo, can you
Oh,
imagine in a few years from now?
He goes back in commie land.
oh my
We
God.
had no. There wasn't malls. There were community distribution centers. That's what we
Oh,
knew.
okay. All right.
Yes. Yeah, Mikampa. That's
Man,
what we call it. The community spot with the grains. You go to give you a couple like grains. You go home and feed your family with it, bro.
okay. Hey, look, we gonna set it off as usual. What they made you say this week, man?
Yo, I'm about to be mad petty,
Uh-oh.
but they made me say let people enjoy things, man. Like I get it, you guys are part of this whole cancel culture. I'm offended every 5 seconds. I don't care. I'm gonna ruin things for you. Shut up. I'm sorry if you're watching this, but uh I love you. You're my friend, but but you remember I posted my Seinfeld like
Yeah.
theme pictures because I was excited. I love the show, so I went to the spot. I took the pictures, blah blah blah, and then someone slides in my DMs and goes, "Well, he's a Zionist, right?" And guess what my response was?
What? I don't care.
But the show is funny, right? Like I don't care about who Seinfeld is as a human being. It's the body of work that, but not just him, but a whole team created
Yeah.
back in the '90s that I
Well, you
really
know
mess
what?
with. So
I
how
feel
you gonna
like
slide? You
I
can
feel
slide
like
in
we
my
should have
DMs
that
and try to
discussion
ruin
one
that
day.
for me. What? The whole thing
Can
with
you
like
separate the
the
art
artist
from
from
the
the art.
artist?
In this case, I think so because I don't think Seinfeld is
Save
the
it, save
exact
it,
same
save it.
person.
We'll I think we should do
Any
one about
any okay,
that.
but anyways, just let people enjoy things, man. I'm just like, okay, he's whatever he is. Like this show is from the '90s, man. We could deal with if he did something now. We could deal with it now, but like I went to the place to enjoy it. So if you don't like it, just keep it to yourself. But like just don't bring that here. All right, like that's your values. We all have things like we look at, but just still try to implant it. On, damn, why did I do that, Paul? A little Wendy's move over here. How you doing? Just don't implant it on somebody's
Yeah.
happiness or somebody's thing that they genuinely enjoy you know even though it's like sometimes things might be really messed up, but if that thing brings someone happiness, just let it be for a while. Maybe you can have a conversation after, but not in the moment where someone is really into it. So that's what they made me say this week, man. You feel me? What
All right.
about you, Patrick?
This week, really just realizing, it's never too late to change course or do something else for
It's too
yourself.
late to apologize. I'm sorry.
All right, look, the singing, the rapping. For you, it might be. No, I'm saying. Nah, but
Too late for me.
yeah, there's exceptions. I'm gonna make an
Damn.
exception
For you, it is too late.
for your ass.
Everything.
Nah, but again, sometimes you have to, and I'll just share for me like my personal journey, getting a degree in fashion and coming to New York. Been in New York for about 4 years, I'll say 4 years and some change. Um, you start to see like, is what I'm doing, is there any longevity with that?
Within
Is
it.
that going to let me feel comfortable and bring this income or bring this throughout my life? Now I'm someone who is striving and working towards being my own boss, but before that happens, because that doesn't happen overnight, you have to deal with what's in front of you. You have to deal with your actual life. So sometimes you need to change things up. You should try. I'm all about, you shouldn't give up quickly. And I feel like I gave ample time to do something with my degree to get an opportunity. But that,
Test it out.
yeah, just hasn't happened for me. And I can kind of see the writing on the wall. So I think it's best to maybe change course.
Mm.
So for any of the listeners out there, sometimes you might feel like, damn, like I'm stuck in this or stuck in that. And it's okay to feel comfortable where you're at. That's fine too. Like if you feel comfortable, content, cool. I'm not one of those people, but if you do, there's nothing wrong with that too. You shouldn't like beat
Yeah.
yourself down over that. But if
That's
you're
one of the beautiful
yeah,
aspects of life, anyways. Like
hmm
being comfortable and just enjoying yourself in that moment, being
exactly.
secure.
So that's what they made me say this week, man. It's never too late, and you gotta just
To switch up.
go out and get it. And we didn't really touch on this last podcast, but I don't know if y'all have. I've just been listening to some of the stories about Chadwick Boseman, like from other people that maybe didn't know him like deeply, but
Yeah,
I
I met
mean,
him. I
I
had
think
interactions with him.
for me, it's just like, damn, when you're trying to change direction and make something better for your life, there's really no excuses. I mean, this dude was battling cancer. You would never have known it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Judas T'Challa, even while battling that.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, shit like that is
R.I.P.
amazing.
Chadwick,
You
by
know,
the way, the king. Rest in
so
peace and
like
power.
even Kenny Smith shared a story about how he sent him like this long, like I think it was like some 26-page email or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
And he was just describing to him like this grocery list idea that I guess Chad would share with his family, basically about like how to eat right and things like that. Granted, he's not he wasn't a nutritionist, a dietitian, but
Yeah.
clearly what you should be putting in your body and what you
Hmm.
shouldn't. And he looked like he was in good shape.
He was in good shape.
Yeah.
That's why it came out
So,
as a shock too. That's one of
oh
the
yeah,
factors that added to that. Because everyone's like, this dude looks amazing. Like,
yeah.
how, but you know,
You
cancer
never
sometimes
know.
is
Yeah, you
genetic.
never know.
No, it's not from like sometimes it's not from external factors. It's just
Yeah,
an off chance thing of like
yeah.
the
You
cells
never
just
know.
multiplying.
You never know. But
Should I dive in that science bag real quick? Give y'all a little.
nah, we good.
Okay.
But
Damn. I'm like, well, I gotta agree in this. Like, I was about to
Yeah.
pull up my thesis paper. Like, yo, let me tell you guys a little bit
yeah,
about
I'll be
this.
like,
Patrick sounded like a polite dad on a hurry. He's like,
No, 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 no.
not right now.
Yeah, I was about to give y'all this T cell from. Okay, anyways,
another day. We'll have a short segment about that.
I'm gonna wear a
Get
lab
you,
coat.
yeah,
Keep playing
yeah,
with me.
the white lab coat. Nah, but it's just,
Damn.
I don't know, like it's just amazing, like when you put your mind to it. And I was really thinking about that too. Anytime that I really gave max effort, I got things done at a very high level. I'm been thinking about it. There's never been a time where I didn't like bust my ass and things didn't happen for me. So yeah, that's all that made me say this week. So yeah.
So just don't give up. Don't be too shy to switch up. Again, I think it also ties in with like what people think of you. Because a lot of people are like, whoa, you started all this whole fashion thing. All of a sudden, you're gonna like, yo, shut up. I don't care. So just doing it for yourself and not, actually taking people's critiques or like their
Oh, and
thoughts into
one
consideration.
more thing. A lot of people will have your best interest in mind in life, but sometimes those moves may not make you happy. So
Yes.
keep that in mind as well too.
I think before you transition to Stalin, somebody said that as well. I think Jay-Z actually. I was watching a video recently, and he was like, when he was he was starting up. I think we all know he always talks about his uncle who told him, "Oh, he couldn't make it, blah blah blah. You
Right.
can never sell a million records," and he explained it beautifully in a way that is like, "Hey, I understand. You're looking at me. You're looking at the situation." And you're looking at your fears because you think you can never sell a million records and you've never tried it. You're scared of it. You don't like the risk. It's not comfortable. So
Right.
for me as your nephew, you want to protect me and protect me from possibly failing, but it's my choice and you're just implanting your insecurities upon me. So he goes, well, I sold a million records a million times. And now
Yeah.
I look at that uncle and we're still like, cool because I understand where he's coming from. Like even with this move I was making to LA, almost everybody's like, what are you gonna do over there? Do you have a job? Where are you gonna sleep? Why? And I'm like, yo, I'm just moving. Like, yeah, I
Yeah,
get it. You
that's what
won't do
makes
it.
you happy.
Yeah, you won't do it, but
Yeah.
it's just me. It's gonna make me happy, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be successful. You might just think, yo, this nigga just talking, but I'm legit just moving, like just like that, and that's how it works. So people might just want your best interest. Sometimes even your parents want your best interest. They're like, oh, you just stay here for a while, blah blah, or just do this for a while, but you just gotta like suck it up and do it for you, honestly. And when you, it's a great feeling when you actually just not prove them wrong, but show them that it could be done and it could inspire them or inspire somebody else in that process.
Mhm.
But yeah, Stalin, what did it make you say this week, man? And why are you here? There's no free food.
This week they made me say and one because I've been on my basketball stuff. You heard?
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
That's what's up.
yo,
You heard?
yo, did you watch the Toronto game?
Yeah, bro. Like with
Done.
0.5 seconds left, my son was
Yo,
like,
oh my goodness, that walk away,
yeah, and he was
that
just
walk,
like,
no emotion.
Who hit this? Because I haven't been able to
It was
watch any.
OG.
yeah, OG.
I
Ayunabe,
forgot
I
his
believe his
last
name
name.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was smooth, bro.
Yo,
That's crazy. And then
Giannis about to get up out of here.
that's what I'm
Yo,
saying. Miami is like,
people
like
slept on
sweeping.
them. People slept on Miami. I think I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe was like, "Yo, Miami's gonna go all the way," and I was like, "Man,
It's probably gonna be
man."
Boston in the East, but
Yeah,
but if
We'll
that's
Celtics have
the
been
Eastern
killing it.
Conference Finals, that's gonna be a hard finals.
Oh yeah, I'm not missing a second of that one for sure. But yeah, Stalin, you were saying you've been on your end one. Your
Yeah,
end one.
I've been very like active. This week was low key like kind of like just chill for me. I was just
That's
like
what's up,
working
man.
on stuff, yeah, and just like trying to get back on my fitness stuff. But I've been doing it like based on like soccer and basketball. Like I really love
Oh, okay.
basketball. Surprisingly, I'm like
Pretty
I
good.
realized that like yeah, it's just because I feel like I have like coordination in my body
Mhm.
because of soccer.
Yeah.
And like I'm pretty since I'm a defender, I use the same principles in basketball, and it's pretty cool. I've been playing against people taller than me, and I've been blocking shots and stuff, which is
What?
surprising.
Wait,
Yeah.
I need to see this.
Yeah, because it's like I have to.
You
As
see
soon as
Stalin in the park.
as soon as they go jump, I have to like increase my vertical like crazy, and then I always block it like, in like that little mid jump because I have like a few seconds to like get at the same position.
Get up in the air.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It is
That's what's up,
vertical.
bro.
He spends like 5 seconds in the air just levitating.
yeah.
Got the hang time.
Facts.
Definitely got to
Play
work
me
on my core
1-on-1.
though.
You see, you gotta work on what?
I gotta work on my core, bro, for my hang time. Because it's like,
Oh,
because like you know how like when you like jump back for like the fake, but then like you hang in the air for a second, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
like you
yeah,
have to like go like that. Yeah, I realized like that's all core, and
yeah.
I'm just like, oh,
Halfway in the air, he just
yeah. Stanley, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I just need some water. I'll play defense the rest of the game. Don't worry. Hold it down.
Wait, Stalin, I think I played basketball with you once because one time we went to the gym and soccer wasn't available, and it was me, you, Greg, and some other guys, and obviously they chose me because they're like, well, this is a black guy, and you obviously must be nice. And I smoked them still. It's just intuitive. But play me 1-on-1.
I don't recall. I
Nah,
was
you
trash
recall
back
when you pull up to LA. I'm gonna set it up 1-on-1 game. We'll film it. The Timsy,
Yeah, bro.
the Timsy Cup, the Timsy Cup.
Ain't
Winner
much of
gets
a
cup
cup.
of coffee.
It's just-
Nah, it's a cup of coffee. Nigga. What you doing?
Oh, her son gonna go extra hard for that
I'm
game.
Training in 3 months in advance, every day with the Rocky style. No.
I'm getting that coffee.
Yeah, I'll show this nigga. Boss. Trying to take my cup of coffee.
Hell no.
But that's beautiful, man. I never thought Stalin would be here talking about basketball ever.
Hey.
Yeah, I do love basketball. I forgot. I used to play in middle school.
Wait,
I came back.
a word? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
she was
I used-
always that one kid playing soccer.
I used to love basketball. Nah, I didn't start playing soccer until high school.
Oh no, I feel you.
Yeah.
Wait, so oh wow, you got that nice in high school? That's a shame to me then.
Nah, bro. Yeah, I remember like the when I started playing, it's because I saw Messi play, and then that whole year I was literally training every day, like from
Okay,
like
that
9 in the
makes sense.
morning till like
Mm.
took a break midday to go eat like lunch, and then like go back to the park and just play.
It was like forget school. I'll show you who's messy.
For real.
But no, I was gonna ask something right now. I forgot. Damn, I was right now just gonna ask you something. When I remember, I'll pull it up.
All right. Well, today.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. I remember.
What? Oh, well, come
What's your
on.
team, Stalin?
I
Your NBA team. What team do you support? Which team
Ooh,
do you support?
that's a hard one. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't
you're.
really, I don't think I don't have a really a team, but I
I
think I
just
gotta
go
keep
wherever
watching.
LeBron goes.
I don't know. But I don't know. I think like for my pick for like this series might be. I honestly think the finals probably gonna be Lakers Clippers, but I think the Clippers might take it.
Mm, I think the Clippers will take it too. The
Yeah,
Lakers are
Clippers
not.
are nasty.
They're shoot. Yesterday I saw they smoked them. It was sad watching. Kawhi was shooting from his side, like in the paint. Anyways, let's not get too carried
Oh,
away with
the
the
Nuggets, yeah, the
sports.
mean,
Nuggets got destroyed.
The Nuggets will probably get a game or two.
Yeah,
They
One,
still young, you know.
yeah.
yeah, they're still learning. Shout out to Jamal Murray.
Oh yeah, he a dog, bro.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah,
We'll be watching next season. Next
I,
season is gonna be interesting though,
yeah. Kawhi is
because
just cold though. He's so cold with his like shots. He's like,
Kawhi is the coolest player ever, and you can't tell me otherwise. This
I don't
nigga
know
has
about
the
that.
same haircut, doesn't say a word.
The
Like
coolest
have
player, the player to change a lot, to pretty much change the like how people was dressing and everything was AI.
oh no, when I say cool with his own style, like Kawhi is making that boring NBA character cool. Is what I mean.
I don't know
Like
about
this
that.
nigga won championships in New Balance. What are you telling me?
Cause they gave him the fucking bag. Who else did they have
He was
on
with
their
Nike
table?
and dipped. He was with Nike and dipped.
Yeah, but Nike had that weird logo for him, like that hand, like that shit was just it was
wait, who is
trash.
this? Who is this?
The claw. What?
Kawhi.
Kawhi. I think he's cool because he's making that awkward NBA player thing a thing. He's unapologetically
He's
himself.
not, yeah, he's just being himself.
That's what I mean. Like he's the coolest guy. The nigga has dreadlocks. I'm not dreadlocks. The same haircut from God knows when middle school, high school.
Yeah, but his shit always be done. Like it's not like he come out with it's like
Nah,
it
I've
looks
seen it when it's
rough.
like crusty a little bit, but this nigga don't care.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he always come back like the next game like with it nice. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you can't
But
be
like,
out here
have
with
you,
braids and just had them just looking
nigga, have you seen
disheveled.
Butler in the games? Butler looks like he ain't even know what a shaver is
Hey,
in ages.
oh well.
He's locked in. He's locked in. But beyond that, like, have you seen his New Balance commercial?
The one from the beginning of the season or something.
Yeah, no, the one with the playoffs. He doesn't say anything the entire commercial.
Yeah, they just playing on, you know,
I
him
think he's
just being a
cool. Eh,
he a great player.
I'm doing this live now. But no, Kawhi is to me is the coolest. Like if you're an NBA player, you don't have to do all of that. The nigga put up to the playoffs in freaking slippers. Like, yeah,
You ever
the
heard of
show.
Tim Duncan? Why don't you go pull up some of them outfits?
No.
And
No.
that hairline.
I'm
Yo,
dead.
Duncan got dreads now. Don't play with my nigga, bro. Stop.
Now, man, all right, let's
Niggas like
get to today's topic.
all right, let's get into it, man.
So-
shout out to Kawhi and Duncan.
Yeah, today we'll be talking about I guess, whatever, the ground between monetary gain and your overall happiness. So, do y'all
Yeah.
believe that happiness can be bought?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because again, I'm someone that just finds motivation in a lot of very simple things. I'm just gonna give an example. There's this guy. if nobody knows him, I think you should know him by now with the name Gary Vaynerchuk, and
Who?
Gary
Nah,
V.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Who? Snoop Dogg over here. Who? But the guy's story is very interesting, man. Like I think from the age of 20 something to 30, he was working in a liquor store, his dad's liquor store,
Mhm.
right? And then you see his high school friends, people he went to high school with,
Mm-hmm.
like pull up to the liquor store, all kind of successful. They all like kind of working in business now. You know that misconception of you, if you work in an office, you're successful because you're wearing suits. Niggas don't get paid that much, but they'll
Yeah.
come into they'll come into like his office and not office, his store, and they'll buy liquor. And you can imagine like like your mate you went to high school with coming in there to buy liquor, and you're packing all this stuff like at the age of like 20, like let's say 7, you're packing it up, you put it in the back of the car, they're looking down at you like, so what happened to you? Like, look where you are, kind of, you know. But in that instance, he was still happy because he was building his family's business. You know,
Right.
even though he wasn't making any money for himself, he was happy that he was learning how to run a business. And I mean, you could tell who won in the end because like he's a multi-millionaire right now, like lots of millions to this guy's name. But he always goes back to the process and how he got his money. That was when he was the happiest. So what he does right now is that like he starts all these other projects that will bring him to that state of mind, that feeling of I don't have it yet. I'm gonna work
Mm-hmm.
towards it because he was his happiest during that moment. He was his happiest when he didn't have enough money and had that hunger, and the process was what he truly enjoyed. Not saying money wouldn't fix a lot of problems, but I mean, look at me. I haven't worked in like a month now. Like if money was really what made people happy, like I
Yeah.
would be the saddest mother in the entire New York. Like there's nothing coming in, but
Right.
I genuinely find happiness in like these other things that I'm doing, like even like with my brand Charlie and everything else. So money doesn't buy happiness. It's finding out who you are and is being present and enjoying it, finding things you enjoy that brings you happiness. It will solve a lot of problems, but it won't buy you happiness. Trust me.
Right. Stalin, what about you, man?
Yeah, I agree with like Hassan's statement. I think like money partly helps with happiness. Like it's not gonna give you happiness. I feel like it adds
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like a lot of issues like a lot of issues can be resolved with money. Like if you have debt or you have
He
like a
got
lot of
money.
you have things to resolve, like that can cause you like stress or like not give you peace of mind. And in
Mm.
order to like really focus on yourself, sometimes you got to tackle these problems and these issues, and
Right.
sometimes money helps with that. But I feel like after you have all of that covered, I don't think money can buy you happiness because you could buy everything in the world and still be unhappy. I feel like
That's a fact.
true happiness comes from like within. I feel like money can help you out. I feel like people chase money thinking it's gonna make them happy, but in reality, it's mostly like I think people like that achieve that success are happy because of all the work that was put into it,
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
The
and
process
just
was
like
close to happiness.
yeah, the process, and then just like I feel like being able to build something and create something of your own that's successful and
Yeah.
that's like has a solid foundation is what really makes people happy. And I feel like people like confuse the two. Money is just like a tool and a resource to achieve like
Oh yeah.
certain means,
Yeah,
but
it's a tool.
it's not the end goal. I feel like a lot of people put money as the
Hmm.
end goal, and like yeah, I believe that money does add partly to happiness, but it doesn't buy you fully happiness.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
how I view it is, yeah, I'm in agreement with y'all. Is that you again, as you're saying, you can't ever have all this money unless internally you're just empty. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You see people that are like that are just extremely greedy, everything of that, like
Give me all
and
of
type
that.
of that. But if you really want to have happiness, it's about finding something that can make you happy. And I think people confuse the search for that with trying to collect money because of the influence that the outside world has on you, especially in a country that we live in that's super capitalistic. I think that really plays a role in it. And, money can help a lot of problems, such as, I want to buy a house. I need to have rent. I need transportation. I need this. I need that. Money can't say, saying like, yes, and I think this could be a discussion for another day. You see a lot of, I guess, I've heard and like did some reading where divorce rates go up due to monetary issues. But, I kind of want to do more research. Is that all it is? But again, I think if you're not happy and your money is messed up, that is like a really bad situation and
to be in.
Exactly. But money can't help you retain somebody. You know what I'm saying? Money can't help you, hold a relationship together. It could keep somebody there.
It could bring a lot of other people there.
It might not keep them there here and here, So I think that's the thing people need to realize, is that when you're trying to go after something, I think when we were in this lockdown and quarantine, you felt that sense of freedom. So I think the point of gaining money, and why I would like to gain money for myself and keep doing that, is to have that freedom, have that time. So one day, when and if I have a family, I have that time with them. I don't want to be working
all the time,
mad hours just
on
to
the
do
weekend
that.
like usual.
Yeah, but oh god,
it just hit him like.
oh god. So I guess it kind of just flows into the next thing. Like, do you think your happiness should ever take a back seat for your potential for that monetary gain?
Interesting question. I think people confuse chasing their dreams for chasing money, and that's where the disparity lies. I think you could, if you're chasing a dream and you want to be successful, the one of the aspects that come with that is monetary gain, but I don't know, man.
You know what? I'm gonna say sometimes yes. So I think sometimes you're
chasing money takes a
no. I think there's certain points in your life where how happy you want to be will have to take a slight backseat to the money that you might need. I'm not gonna say need. So sometimes, something my father always has told me, we do what we have to do so we can do what we want to do. So I've, taken jobs where it's like, I don't particularly want that job. I don't particularly feel great about the job, but I need to get this amount of money and this job can supply that for me. So I can then do this, which will make me happy. And I think that's really the only time that should happen.
Yeah.
What about you, Stalin? What do you think?
I think it depends. I feel like if you're gonna potentially like make money that's gonna help you reach towards like your ultimate goal of like happiness, I feel like you should, because I feel like when it comes to like anything, you do have to make sacrifice, especially like happiness. Sometimes like you have to work your ass off in order to get freedom. But I think it honestly depends on like your values and your principles, and like how you define happiness and like what is more important to you. Because I feel like for every individual it's different. For me, especially, I feel like I wouldn't put money in front of my happiness, because it's like I'll say no to money, and like I have, because it's like some projects, if I don't believe in, even though it might be a good check, it's like I'm not gonna work on this, because one, it's gonna like ruin the integrity of my work as a person and what I believe in. Yeah. And although it might give me money for like materialistic things, I'll have like that. I'll be living with that thing, with knowing that I let something like ruin my integrity, and that would make me unhappy. But I feel like at the end of the day, it just depends on like your
Yes.
priorities.
True.
But I honestly believe
Mm-hmm.
that like money shouldn't come first. Like I feel like it
Yeah.
should it should be like something something you attract. I don't even think you should be chasing money. I feel like people should be like
Nah.
chasing like how to create more value to yourself by adding like new skills or like adding like
Mm-hmm.
learning about a new subject. And that way, like the more you know, like the more valuable you are, like the more money you're gonna attract, rather than just like going to chase it but not being able to provide anything.
You
You
know
know?
what? You made a great point. And just off of the money thing, real quick. Any listeners?
Money, money,
Stalin
money,
just
money, money.
put. Stalin made a. All right. What's the dude name? Mr. Krabs.
Oh.
Yo, he be fiend.
Exactly. And Mr. Krabs was never happy.
Nah, but
$1 million.
but you know, any listeners, I think this relates to a relationship or trying to gain a relationship as well.
No, I'm
But
actually choking.
are you
Pause.
good?
Yo.
Nah, but we can have Tyson, punch you in the back,
Mm-mm.
get
I'm
the
sad. Who
yeah.
was what? Mm.
Nah, but I think you made an excellent point there too. And I think that's what I'm doing now, working on skills that will make me more valuable and trying to go back to school to learn skills that will make me more valuable
Yeah.
going forward. But I think the same thing in, a relationship or seeking somebody else, you first need to have done the work on yourself and look inside and see what can I improve on. I
Yeah.
think I've done a lot of that just in the short time that I've been out here in New York. And I think that's the problem. Like when you go so hard to seek somebody, you probably won't find that. But when you are just out there in the world and you
Chilling.
come across that individual that clicks with you, it's a different type of thing versus if you're always just trying to chase something. That's the thing, is like I don't want to have tunnel vision. So like I was talking about earlier, like you can have that one skill set and be stuck in that lane forever.
And do that for
It's
the
like,
rest of your life.
what good
Why?
is that? Versus like, okay, if I'm in this industry, but I learn how to do this, learn how to do that, cool. You might not be the absolute best at all of those, but you might be pretty darn, pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and
A, a,
that's
a
better than
perfect
most.
example is the fashion industry. Everybody thought this industry was, I mean, not everybody, but if you were in it, you thought it was indestructible for a while because we haven't had an economic collapse in a minute.
Hmm.
So, like I was telling you, at my internship, like everything was great. We're racking in a lot of money, like for the company, and you think it's a safe job because there are people sitting there making six figures, generally doing what they love, which is working within the industry and just working with clothes and dealing with that. But as soon as there's something, you realize, yo, this is not as safe as I thought it was, you know. And if you had no other values to you or other skills you've accrued during that time, you're
Exactly.
kind of at a loss because if the only thing you know was working within fashion, then the industry's dead. There's no money. Where are you gonna work? You have no other skills but that. You might have to learn real quick and know how to adapt, but especially within an industry like that, first of all, when everything was great, it was very difficult to get into. So now
Hmm.
that things are bad or like things are not working out at all, yeah, it's gonna be even much more competitive for those positions that are still available now, because I don't even think those positions will be available down the line if the money isn't being circulated within that industry as well. Like I was just telling this friend of mine who was really interested in the industry. He even used to visit me at my internship, and then we
Right.
talk, and I was giving him advice. I was telling him just take a look at like those big people in the industry, like because I'm super like into it, so I know about like big time buyers, big time fashion directors, and just recently I saw something that was like that I sent to the kid and was like, yo, check this out. There was this fashion director, menswear fashion director at Saks that um left to go to Go, the app Go.
Mm-hmm.
But in my head, I'm like, this means they're making no money. And she is kind of like, I don't want to say dispensable, but they're like kind of like, yo, we're not making any money. No people are walking in here.
Or
Your job as fashion director
or she left because Go is on a
online.
virtual platform.
Yeah,
So
it's much
it
more
just
safe.
makes, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
more sense going
So
into the future
to
anyway.
go, yeah. So it's just things like that. And what I noticed was that all those people with virtual platforms or people that work within the virtual aspects of fashion kind of having it safe. So now if I was to go back into the industry, guess where I'm gonna put my focus on?
Oh yeah,
Online. And just
exactly.
because it's slightly much more safer. But if I had like let's say experience with being something else like a personal trainer or I could even use my degree and like go to nursing school and be a nurse. Imagine just having all of that at your disposal and just you choosing what to work in and like
You can do
which
it
part
all.
of it makes you exactly. So
Yeah, you can do it
it's
all.
great. It's great to be well rounded, and money plays a big factor into that. Like Stalin was saying, it's a tool to achieve that. If we're to go back to school right now, what is the one thing those schools want?
Oh yeah.
Not for you to pass, nigga. I
Oh, you
think
could
they're praying
fail.
for you to,
You could fail,
yeah.
but
Or
pay
you
for the
can
class
retake it
again.
again, just for $5,000 again. You can retake these few classes,
I
So
ain't
it all
failing, bro.
comes down to
I'm cheating on that test, whatever.
Yo, this is Patrick in college.
Nah.
Have you ever been caught cheating? Actually, that's a great question in
Hell
college.
no.
Stalin?
I don't do that, bro. I got integrity.
Yo,
The
you
fuck out of
nigga
here.
lying.
You put on the, well, I would never.
That's how you know I never got caught, though. You saw how quick I was.
Never got caught. I got integrity. This nigga cheated on every test. Broke his neck every time.
You
Dude, I
see,
had one guy get up from class and just grab another person's exam and sat back at his desk.
Wow.
that's crazy.
It's the Bronx, so what you gonna do, huh?
Nothing. You know what? This
Exactly.
next one is kind of like, actually, I can put these together because it makes sense. Um,
Does it?
it does. Because we're speaking about integrity, so that can be lumped in there. But what, if anything, are you willing to give up from what you created in order to see financial gain from those creative ideas?
Oh hell no! How could you ask me this question?
Wait. What do you mean by that? By like giving up something?
So, okay,
Like an
yeah.
opportunity cost of like
So
part
let's
of
just
your
say, all
business.
right, we were just talking about Joe Budden's podcast, right?
Shout
Yeah.
out to Joe Budden.
So they offered them this, I guess, exorbitant amount of money,
A
but
lot of money.
they said we will own this, own that, do this, do that. Pretty much controlling where you piss and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm talking about. Or if it's like, all right, Stalin, we really want you to come on board, buddy. Just sign this contract.
Just end your business.
So would y'all be willing to give up something, even not permanently? It could be like
Yeah.
temporarily.
I
Just,
mean,
what do you think?
that is the gist of a lot of businesses. I was having this conversation with my roommates actually regarding the music industry and how artists are being kind of taken advantage of, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the same within fashion as well. So in the music industry, what usually happens is that you get discovered. They offer you a contract and an advance, but essentially what the advance is a loan, right? Let's say
Yeah.
we gave you an advance and you sign a contract for 10 albums. You don't own any of those 10 albums, you know, and the
Exactly.
money they gave you up front is gonna have to be
Paid back
compensated with, yeah,
Mhm.
plus
exactly,
interest.
with the
Plus
albums,
interest.
plus interest, plus royalties, plus advertising fees, plus everything. They take all of that from your work, and you don't essentially own it. You don't own your masters. But in that case, it depends on the situation you're in. If you're in the trenches and you're in the hood and you've been hungry, everyone definition of hungry is different. Somebody could be living like me and it's like, this sucks, this is terrible, I'm hungry, like, I'm poor. But it just depends on your perspective on life. But if you've been hungry like that and you haven't ever seen $100,000 and someone comes up to you and goes, I've seen your music, it's dope, here's $100,000 up front, here's a contract, let's go. Usually in that situation, since you want that sort of lifestyle you've envisioned from yourself and you're doing something you love already, you're seeing it as a beautiful opportunity. It's not until down the line,
Well,
and we've seen this countless time where
yeah,
artists
yeah. But
come
what
down the,
about
even
what
Drake
about
comes
you?
down the line and he's me.
Yeah, I want to know what about you. Like, what would you
uh
do?
I God damn it, man. No, I mean, it depends. We could go into partnership, and I could give you guys a percentage of something, but I'm not gonna give it up entirely. A part of my business that I truly enjoy is the creative part. If you're willing to invest in it and
Hmm.
see it grow and bring other aspects to it to have it become a profitable thing and we could share the profits, that's great. I could do it, but I'm not just gonna give it up and have you own everything just so you can give me a paycheck. Essentially, I don't own the business that way. No matter how much
Exactly.
the paycheck is, it's not my business. Ownership is really important to me. And it's important. I think as creatives, it should be important to you as well because you made this from scratch. If you're willing to sell the business too, that's fine. Like we've seen acquisitions happen all the time, but I don't think I'd want to give it up because it's something I thoroughly enjoy.
Oh yeah.
So I'll discuss it with them. I'll let them understand. I'll discuss it with a lawyer. I'll go through the contract to see if there's any clauses they could put there to like kind of
Hmm.
low key do the same thing without mentioning it because that's what they always do. But to to give it up entirely, maybe the financial or the business aspects of it. If you have a better business model for me, I'll take a look at it. But because I'm more on the creative side and I'm still learning more about the business side, but
Yeah.
would I give it up for
So
money?
all together, you want to just have that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
we could talk about it as an opportunity. So we'll discuss, and I want to know what your motives are. If you
Oh
just want
yeah.
to buy me out, then I'll create something new. You can have it. Yeah, I have the money to create something new, but I'm gonna get my worth for my company.
Exactly.
Understood. But I'm not just gonna just work for you essentially.
Exactly.
Also, before you go, I was saying in fashion is like that too because the New Guards Group and all these other big companies are kind of
Hmm.
like signing these designers as artists, and you're signed for limited
Yeah.
collection. And it's so weird. Like they use that same business model in
It's
movies,
just
in like,
basically it's
and
just
they just take
a bunch
advantage
of
of you.
conglomerates trying to control everything. So that's all it
Everything
is. Yeah.
essentially.
What about?
LVMH is
Oh, my
struggling
bad.
though. If you don't understand, I'm sorry.
They are, but if I was high up in LVMH, I would just retire, start investing in something else. Like,
hmm
what about you, Stanley?
I wouldn't give it up. Hell
Damn.
no.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
quick.
Hey.
Hell no. Because I feel like when you're giving it up, you're putting a cap on like how much you can really
Hmm.
like
Do.
do. I also believe like that's kind of also like why I kind of like wanted to like step out and like try out like to do my own business and just create value for myself. Because I remember having a conversation. It's like you'll never get rich working for someone else because you can never make more money than the boss, you know?
Exactly.
Oh
So in
yeah.
a sense, as soon as you get like a job, you're kind of putting a cap on your value until like the next year. But it's like when you're working for yourself, you can like take like increase your value however fast you want, you know, but you have to be able to show the skills for it, you know. And I honestly believe that like if I'm gonna build something, I'm definitely not gonna sell that because it's something that I would want to pass on, you know. I really believe in that. Like I
Mm.
would want to pass that on to my kids, and it's like, yeah, if you guys want it, go ahead and keep building it on your own. If not, then you guys can sell it. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like I don't want to like. I
Yeah.
feel like once you like sell, like the integrity and like aspect of the company and what made it so great, ends up getting ruined depending on like who buys it. Because I feel like a lot of people like
who's you going in partnership with?
yeah, and I feel like I wouldn't do that. What I would give up for like financial gain, I guess like time, my time. I know like I'm not nowhere near where I want to be, but I think in like 10 years I definitely will be. I feel like 10 years of just like working for myself and like creating something for myself is more than enough time to be ahead. Way more ahead probably maybe than I thought I could be, but yeah, I don't think I would give something I built up for money.
Now, would you take offers or some form of partnership offers, or just take up opportunities that would allow you to grow bigger than like what you are, but then it comes at a cost of slight financial compensation?
I feel like I would go into like a partnership depending on like the rules of the contract. I would want some creative freedom and be able to make like decisions and not do the things that are gonna like ruin the integrity of my company. As to becoming acquired, I don't think I'd want that. I feel like the whole point of starting a company and business to be my own boss and then to get acquired and like be under someone else's roof. Exactly. It's like, what's the point? It's like,
yeah.
Like I stepped
if I'm
away
acquired,
from
I'm selling the thing. Like you're not gonna
yeah.
get me. You take the business, but I'm out.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to be
else.
like in as a subsidiary of anything,
Yeah. Patrick, what about you, man?
Just in agreement with y'all.
Patrick's like, time to bring me my money.
Nah, I'm gonna be looking through every page. Hold up.
Well, it says over here,
Section 5A. Like, damn, he actually reading this whole. This 100-page.
But usually companies hate that too. So when they see that, they'll start to shy away because they're like, this is not someone we could cheat off of.
Oh well.
Yeah. So wait, I have a question for you guys. Why do you think it is very easy for them to get people, especially like in the music industry? Why do you think it's easy for them to just manipulate those people, and then
again
they all go through the same process later down the line? They're like, God damn it, I don't own anything.
I think it's what you said. Like, I think it's very simple. People see the dollar sign. They see their situation, whatever their situation might be. And for the most part, it's like, all right, cool. Like I don't think any of us are from like just these great backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't see some crazy things, man.
But I'm saying like, but I think we all have like good like families that care about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of us are from like these super rich, wealthy families. This, that, and that.
I'm rich, bro.
Oh, all right, my bad. I ain't know.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but
I am though. But
all right, all right. Okay, but I guess my purchase will put you over the top, huh?
It's a little please buy the ring. Please. They're right here. Happiness comes when you buy the Charlie rings. Buy my rings. I need a pair, man. Please buy my rings.
Nah, but I think
Darling, have you bought my rings yet?
My son got baggies.
Oh yeah, that's the new way I'm rolling it out now.
Now you holding a nickel rock or something?
Like a campaign with that. Come on, just a dime. But this dime is $100. That's all.
Nah, but I think for me it would be strictly on the basis of I need to still have that controlling interest in it, and you're not gonna own any of my IP. Everything is still gonna be mine. Now, yeah, we can go into a partnership. I do think that, if there's a deal where it's like, okay, maybe let's just say 1-2 years working with this company, and cool, maybe it's not everything you're looking for, but again, I think going back to the whole money thing, maybe it's like, all right, I can earn this, reinvest it into my business.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a little more capital once this contract expires.
It's over.
Yeah. And then, maybe that creates word of mouth, like, hey, this is how he likes his contract. But it was a pleasure working with him, and just keeping that integrity out there too. Now, would I sign everything away? Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Actually, one thing about exclusivity is that I've learned with starting my business is that like people like to buy into ideas. So especially if you're able to say yo no to like a bigger company or somebody that's willing to like kind of acquire you or like kind of have you work for them, it helps you stay within the message of your brand. If your brand is preaching, hey, what's the word? I'm for the creatives, I'm for the entrepreneurs, I'm for people to own their stuff. This is the message I'm sending, and I'm staying true to it. Once you've acquired that like not fan base but that core base of people that believe in that idea and you're willing to stick with it no matter what, other people are gonna see this thing grow because other entrepreneurs are gonna be like, okay, what is this brand about? Who's this guy? What is he doing? They start becoming a bit, and someone who's not even an entrepreneur would see it from the outside, like, what is this shirt everyone is wearing, or what is this like brand everyone is like kind of wearing? I have no idea what it is. Let me look into it. But because you stayed within the core message or within the core ideas of what you are, and you didn't sell out. That's what's gonna make you be kind of be like a novice to all these people, and they want to know it. They're like curious about it. A great brand that did that is like Amy Ondor. I don't know if you know him, the guy from I'm not even saying the name right. The guy from Queens. Like he started his brand just based on just basketball in the '90s and just focused on that. But now like he's doing collabs with New Balance and like all these
Staying
because
true to
he stayed true to him thing, and they saw him and they saw like the power because he was selling out, and I don't think he was making that much like merch, but like he had this core fan base, and like
but I bet you
if it
he's
sells
very
out every
happy.
time, exactly, and now the brand is big. So
Well, you know what?
this is a lesson to be learned within that. Also
Speaking
buy
of
my
that.
rings.
So as we wrap up, y'all, just tell me one thing you'll be doing this weekend to, I guess, increase your happiness. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see my boy Tyrone, man. I'm really proud of him. He got his first place. He's grown up. My guy's an adult now. I'm gonna go roast him real quick. Possibly give him a gift. Yo, where can I get a mug? Actually, I want to get him a mug, like a nice mug. Mugson.
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 Create a barrel. Wait, they do have mugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll just stop by there, get him a
Slide over
nice.
there. Or Muji has some cool shit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go to Muji too. Maybe a mug and like play something that like he would use every day. He goes, "Oh, Hassan got me that." Just until the money is there. Like if I had like a lot of disposable income,
bro. I mean, I'm sure it'd be appreciative anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing to make me happy this weekend. Also chilling with my folks before I leave for LA. That's also one thing. Yeah.
Got you.
What about you?
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, just go on a straight line.
Spending some time with E, of course, growing that, and hopefully, maybe I'll see you before you dip out.
Oh hell yeah! You'll buy my ring, right?
Yeah. You gotta let me know where we gonna meet up. But
you're gonna see me. I'm
okay.
Wait, Hassan, you got my bad to cut you off, Pat. But you got different sizes for the rings?
Yeah. I do whatever size. We resize it. I do have like the things to resize that as well.
Say less, bro. Let me know.
Hey,
look, I'm 2 purchases right there.
I'm sold out, guys. Oh, you see that?
Got 80 rings still there.
I'm sold out. This is a whole bunch of
Nah, but doing that and then looking further into different master's programs, and then the bag and the other thing that I was talking about, designing, really just sitting down and trying to like sketch that out. That's it. I just want to enjoy styling.
I'll give you a call later, actually,
my bad.
regarding the job in LA.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Yeah, just need a few things covered.
Okay.
Stalin.
To be honest, I've just been like, I'm probably just gonna like visit some friends. Like I feel like I've been reconnecting with a lot of people. Spend some time with myself. Probably watch a film. I definitely need to watch a film. I need to get back into that. I feel like I've been like so focused on like creating and doing my own thing that I haven't taken time to like just watch something.
Just kind of like enjoy.
You'll pull up to New York, G.
Yeah. When?
Possibly tonight. I need to go give a gift to Aramis, so I'll probably stop by over there as well.
Oh yeah, let me know. If anything, bring the rings.
Oh,
Top today.
See, I see.
Yeah. So yeah, you see, probably see some friends. Just spend time with myself. Just definitely watch a movie. I feel like also just like I've been like reaching out to people in my past that I feel like we kind of like disconnected and just trying
sorry
to
for
reconnect.
stealing your
Being
pencil,
honest.
middle school.
Nah, just like really like trying to like see if I can fit in like a little like workout in there, like some soccer, basketball, and just reading and just trying to like just stay calm and just relax, you know.
I need to get back on my reading wave. This whole move is just throwing me off. It's just like I wake up thinking about something else entirely.
Yeah, reading is great, bro. The only thing is like sometimes like you read something and then it's just like it stays with you for like a whole week.
True.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And then I'm
Look,
just
y'all.
like
this nigga sleeping. Look at this.
You better subscribe.
Subscribe.
And if y'all viewers want to be happy, you better subscribe to this mother. But real shit. Thank you guys for watching us again. Remember, happiness over everything. We'll be back. We'll film Hassan getting detained at the airport. You know.
With the dime bag.
It's
ready to go with like my
why you got me your sock?
Like this nigga high and got rings in his socks. Man.
My pants don't got no pockets.
I'm dead.
I do wear sweatpants in the plane though. Listen. If you guys are traveling and you wear jeans on the plane, you're a weirdo. I'm sorry. If you're fully dressed on the airplane, you're a weirdo. I don't understand why.
Personal preference.
No, wear sweatpants or shorts.
All right.
Slippers.
According to Hassan.
According to me, if I see you in jeans, I'm gonna give you this look.
All right, bye. Thanks, y'all. Be happy.
Subscribe, follow us on IG, follow the page on IG. Yeah, we're working. The next episode will be me in LA, so that's interesting. I'm gonna be on the beach recording. But yeah.
All right,
but
y'all.
yeah, subscribe, guys. Peace.
Guys.